Hi everyone, it's Justine and I'm bringing you another Distress Ink tutorial, and I made this really fun pink and purple background for a birthday card. So to get started, I'm going to be using the Flourish stamp from So Susie Stamps and the Birthday Wishes stamp from So Susie Stamps, and I'm going to ink them up in Versamark ink. This Versamark ink is almost like a glue pad, I guess you could say, or a clear ink that you could use to watermark something, or you can use it for embossing. I'm going to be using it for embossing today. So as you can see, I stamped both stamps on there at the same time, and I'm going to continue to stamp this floral flourish onto my background in multiple places. It's really difficult to see on camera, but you are able to see the actual stamping on my paper. I'm not sure if it's because my stamp is a little bit dirty, but I was able to see where I was stamping, which was a good thing. So it wasn't overlapping anything at all. I'm going to add some Ranger Superfine embossing powder to my project here. I have it stored in this Tupperware container, so I can just flick off the excess directly back in the container, and there's no waste, and I don't need to look for a scrap piece of paper to funnel the powder back in. I find this to be the easiest way. I'm just going to heat this up so that all the embossing powder melts. It'll change into a clear glossy look when it melts. So now that's all ready, you can see the gloss already, but you can't really see on camera exactly what it looks like just yet, but you will. I'm just going to go over this in some Distress ink, and I'm going to be using two colors, Picked Raspberry, and one of the newer colors, Wilted Violet. Wilted Violet's been one of my favorite colors the last little while. I actually already need to re-ink it, which is unheard of in the short amount of time that I've had it, but that just shows you how much use I've had out of it. I love the vibrant purple look of it, and I love the way it blends with the pink color. So I'm just going to ink in random places with the purple and pink. I have two blending tools out so that I just save time by not having to switch the foam pads on them. So just use a different foam pad for each one. You don't want to mix them up. And you want to blend into each other as well. So I find it easier to use two tools when I'm doing this because I can just easily grab my other sponge and go in with the pink when I need it, or go back in with the purple and just switch back and forth. I only have two sponges or two tools, so that just generally works well for me. I think ideally I would like to have four so that I could do, I never really do more than four colors, and then I could have one for each foam as I'm doing it, but I'm quite happy with what I have at the moment. We'll see, maybe that'll be an investment in the future. Anyway, I'm just continuing using a circular motion and a very light hand. I'm once the ink is laid down, using a heavier hand to push that ink in just to make sure that all that ink's getting in there. I want a really vibrant look and not a faded color. And I just keep alternating between the two colors. Now that that's all finished, what I'm going to do is just fold my card base. It measures 11 by 4¼ inches, and it's scored there in the middle at 5½ to make a top folding card. And I'm going to add my final pattern, panel, which you'll be able to see right now, the finished product, using some Tombow monoliquid adhesive. I love the way the white border around it makes the white embossing pop. Absolutely love the stamp. It's so versatile and so much fun. So that's the end of today's card tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed the Distress ink technique and then this background embossing. All the supplies used are listed below in the video description or on my blog. You can click up at the top to check out my blog and the supply list. You can click on either one of those moving videos to see a similar technique to what I did today. And at the bottom there, you can click the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching.